right. I believe I finally figured it out. It took a couple days. For whatever reason, I could not figure out how to go live on here. It was taking me forever to figure this out. But all right, finally glad. I think I'm live. Oh man, I sure hope I'm live. I don't know if I'm live or not. Oh god. All right, I'm just gonna hope that I'm live, even though I don't see anything. It says I got an excellent connection right now, but I don't see anything saying that I'm live. That's yeah. I've been. Oh, here we go. I am live. All right, finally. I have been struggling with this for I guess the past 2 days. But the thing is, I'm not sure why it wasn't an issue 2 days ago. Yesterday, I could not get on. Well, I was saying yesterday I was on. No, I think I just streamed late. That had to be it. Because there's no way. Yesterday I tried to do it, I couldn't figure it out. But besides the point, today I'm just gonna go over 3 trades that potentially could happen during the NFL draft. Maybe NFL draft, maybe not. But 3 trades that could potentially happen. And what I think I'm going to do is actually we'll do some research on the other side. Getting this stuff pulled up. So number 1 is Dallas Goedert, and let me go ahead and get to good old Dallas Goedert, number 1 on this list. Yeah, Dallas just won. Let's call him Goddard. It's too confusing. Goddard just won a championship with the Eagles not too long ago, and now they are. I guess maybe the Eagles are looking for a new tight end, new starting tight end. The thing is, they have AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. I believe he's on the final year of his contract. That actually is what I'm reading here. And his role seems to be uncertain. He signed a 4-year, $57 million deal back in 2021. Let's go on spell track real quick. We can confirm that. Yeah, just to see. But it seems like I keep seeing rumors about him because I think in the video I did yesterday, Harold Fannin wound up going to the Eagles, or one of the mock drafts. Harold Fannin wound up going to the Eagles. Yeah, so he's in the last year of this deal. I guess he has void years these years. And so he could become an unrestricted free agent, which he would probably opt out or want a new deal. So Goddard's not the top tight end, but he's a very good tight end. He does get hurt a good bit, I'd say, but he's still for sure a very good tight end. So let's keep reading a little bit more into it. It says a critical factor in Goddard's trade potential is his contract structure and resulting in a dead cap implications. Let's see. His dead cap would hit around 11.1 million, as we see right here. We see that there, and they said the acceleration of amortized bonus money suggests that a trade before June 1st could trigger a much larger dead cap hit, potentially around $21 million for the Eagles. I wonder if that's what this is down here, because I'm assuming this probably equals 21 million. Or just might actually equal a little bit more than 21, but okay. But a 21 million hit makes a draft time trade financially punitive unless the acquiring team absorbs a portion of the 15.5 million cash owed or the compensation is exceptionally high. Okay, so basically he'll be on the team until June 1st. If Goddard stays, they might want to restructure the contract, which I could see. Let's look at some stats for Dallas Goddard. Let's look at fantasy stats. That's what we truly care about, right? Some fantasy stats. Fantasy data, they usually have pretty decent. Okay. So if we're looking for this past season, like I said, the injuries, always. 103 fantasy points. That's honestly not that good. Game log. Let's get go to. Okay, and I know this doesn't account for tight end premium, but some leagues aren't. So he had one really good game, 4 respectable games. So 5 respectable games, one really good game, and the rest were basically duds. He had a 9.5 in here, but because in tight ends, if you can get 10 fantasy points, you're good to go. So yeah, because you look at his fantasy points a game, he's never been over 12. This is highest in 2022. So honestly, it might be a situation where you do trade him. Let me keep reading. So behind Goddard, you have Grant Calcaterra, E.J. Jenkins, Harrison Bryant, Kyle Granson. Okay, they're not really on Goddard's level, in my opinion. People like Calcaterra, but I think when I was looking at Calcaterra's stats, it really wasn't. Actually, we just have this site. Oh, actually, do we have a depth chart? Oh, we do. Okay, yeah. Oh, I can't click on them. I thought I could click it. That would have been nice. But I want to say when I was looking at Calcaterra, I don't think yeah, people were hyping him up so much, but I don't really think he did much. I think he had one good game, I think. Yeah, I think, okay, maybe he had 2 good games, or decent games, 10.7, 10.6. But nothing to say he's going to be our number 1 tight end. Nothing to even be close to that. Okay. So, and the thing is, I guess we're worried about other players that you potentially have to sign with Goddard. So, potential destinations. We have the Colts. This has a history of Shane Steichen's, history of Goddard. Huh. Well, that would help with our Tyler Warren and our Coastal Loveless shares because we wouldn't have to worry about them going there. New York Giants. It says one speculative trade involved Goddard and picks for Kayvon Thibodeau. I don't know. If I'm the Giants, I'm not doing that. I have Theo Johnson, who's actually was decent before he got hurt. New York Jets, potentially, yeah, they could. I suggest a compensation of 4th round pick. And then potentially New Orleans. But they say that has pretty much cooled. So the thing is, Goddard's a solid tight end, but he's never really going to give you top tier tight end numbers, as we clearly see here. Let's go back. I wish I could see preseason ranking, final ranking. He was tight end 27 on the year. No way. Yeah, well, it looks like he was tight end 27. And now this is non-PPR, but still. This is 2024? Yeah, this is 2024. Jeez. Okay, just looking at this, Goddard's name value can get you other pieces. Honestly, this has just made me think about trading Dallas Goedert. Because I didn't realize, I thought he was better than this. I'm over here looking at this. This is absolutely insane. I just knew he was better than this. Okay. Let's keep moving. Yeah, we have those trades. Okay. Next guy we have, George Pickens. Now, I know the trade hype had died down. But I'm pretty sure George was going to want to get paid. He's had, I think, a decent year, not necessarily a good year. One of these years. Let's see. He had 208 fantasy points on 12.3 points a game. And then this past year, he had 900 yards, 11.7. So nothing to call him an alpha receiver. And then with DK Metcalf being on the team this year, that's not going to help at all. I'm not going to say it's going to cut these numbers in half. And then plus, they don't have a quarterback either. And they have Mason Rudolph, but I doubt that's what they want. All right, let me see. Let me read on some of my notes what I have here. Okay, so he's in the final year of his rookie extension. Let me have Spotrac up here on this side. Because I think George Pickens went 2nd round. I don't think he went 1st round. Yeah, 4 year, $6 million deal. Yeah, so George is looking to get paid. unrestricted free agent next year. So either he signs a deal or they're going to trade him because you need to recoup something for him. You don't need, and now I can't remember if you get compensatory picks and all that, but yeah, they need something for him. And he's been solid, but he's not been great, but he's been solid for you. Okay, let's keep reading. So let's see where they have, because the DK Metcalf trade probably is not probably. That's what sparked all this. And let's see. You said report strongly suggests Steelers are actively exploring the trade market for Pickens, having made both and received calls. He is more available than people think, with multiple teams showing interest. So, okay, a few of the teams we have the Green Bay Packers, who seems to just want to acquire the most receivers possible. But it would give him an X receiver, which he is, because of Christian Watson's injury. That's what the sentiment seems to be. A trade could involve draft picks, potentially day 2 capital, or even a player swap. Those specific details are speculative. Dallas Cowboys, let's see, he would be on the outside because CeeDee Lamb, but I'm not sure how much Pickens would enjoy that. Because when Amari Cooper was the main guy, then you could tell CeeDee was going to take over. But now CeeDee is the guy, and Pickens will not take over. And then just looking at stats, he's been solid, but 6 targets, and he looks like he gets about 7 targets a game, but nothing crazy. On my notes, Pickens trade value reports are mentioning he comes with baggage. This refers to his past questions about his on-field effort, sideline demeanor, or general maturity. For teams that prioritize a strong locker room, like the Packers, this presents a tangible risk. Yeah, it just depends. And the thing is, a lot of times when these Steelers wide receivers, when they leave the Steelers, it seems either A, they're really don't seem to be that good a player, or B, they're head cases, and they really don't amount to much afterwards. So, yeah, it's too many instances right now. I don't know how Mike Tomlin does it. Okay, so we have our options. If he stays with the Steelers, wide receiver 2 role, but we don't know his quarterback. So he definitely would be the wide receiver 2 with DK there. Fantasy, wide receiver 3, flex play. Trade to the Packers, he would be the X guy. I'm not sure because just too many mouths to feed. Trade to the Cowboys, just because it's the Cowboys and how they throw the ball, I would be more willing to take a shot there. Our last guy is Travis Etienne. It's been going on a lot of buzz here lately, especially with the draft being tomorrow. Yeah, Etienne has been in so many. It's not even the rumors about him; it's the rumors about Genty possibly going to the Jaguars. All of a sudden, and then I heard another story today that potentially Ted McMillan could be going to the Jaguars. So, but it's that time of year though that all the speculation is starting. Okay, all right, so we got both of them up. And then regular season. Oh yeah, Jags didn't make the postseason. Okay, so if we look in here, we see his first year. Remember, his first year he was hurt. Now the thing is, he was a first round pick. So go back to Spotrac. He was a first round pick because he was hurt this year. And so they picked up his club option, and he's unrestricted next year. I doubt they franchise tag him because there's no point in doing that. He's on the hook for $6 million this year, which isn't bad for, he was just good the previous season. Honestly, even the season before that, he was still decent. So I'm not sure what happened, if the wear and tear really got to him, because last year he was bad, very bad. But it was him and Rachaad White that people kept saying that the work they were getting was like it wasn't like true work. So that's where the issue comes in with these two. And then with the Genty news, if Genty goes there, Travis Etienne value falls not to 0, but maybe he becomes a third down back exclusively because I don't see him because the first two downs would definitely be Genty's, and then when Genty gets better in pass protection, basically that next year, ETN be gone. So that's probably what happened. Let me keep reading. So ETN, as we know, he's entering his option, final option of $6.14 million, unrestricted in 2026. I doubt they franchise tag him. Yep. I mentioned the Ashton Genty speculation. That's potentially trades. What's his market looking like? Did I write anything on that? If the Jags select Genty, they'll be looking to trade. Yeah, I know that. Because he has Tank Bigsby and I guess Keelan Robinson, but it's not anybody I'm too worried about. The thing is, his salary, I guess it's guaranteed because of his first round pick. I guess you can't move it around either. That's interesting. So if he stays with the Jags, let's think about this. If he stays with the Jags and they don't draft Genty, he's probably still the lead back, and that helps a good bit. And if he could get back to form, then he's good to go. If Genty goes, then I would say it's over for ETN. Let's just be honest. It is over for him. If he goes somewhere like Dallas, you still have Javonte Williams and whatnot, but he's better than Javonte Williams in my opinion, and Miles Sanders. So he would take that role. They said if he goes into committee role. Yeah, but what committee role? Well, I guess you would trade him if you just want to make JT a third down back, but what committee role would you put him in? Would it like to the Steelers or something like that? Put him in committee with Warren? What other committees could you really trade to Carolina? But they wouldn't do that, just sign Chuba. Yeah, I don't think there's too many other places he would go. Yeah. So trying to think. Yeah, George Pickens probably will get traded. Especially they could recoup that draft capital they traded for DK Metcalf as well. That's an option too. Then we have ETN. If they draft Genty, then they're in trouble. ETN's in trouble, man. ETN manager's in trouble if they draft Genty. If not, then there's still some hope unless they draft the day 2 guy. Super high. So just depends. And then Dallas Goedert, they can't really do anything until after June 1st anyway, so he's not getting traded. Well, but that is my time for today. Yeah, this one was a little bit shorter. Fine with me. I was just happy that I was able to get this thing to work. But I'll try to be back tomorrow for the draft. I might stream in my bedroom. I usually like watching this thing with my wife, so yeah, because she's usually into it just for like the families and stuff like that, which isn't, honestly, it's pretty fun when you do that. But yeah, I will